My name's Tayn Pavelic. I work for Marriott International. I'm the Vice President of Global Leadership Development. We're a heritage business. We're nearly 100 years old and we have big growth targets. And I think any organisation that looks at growth and evolution needs to, by the very nature of that, look at how we lead and the culture that we have that supports the growth of the organisation. I think it's that idea of you can't sit still, so what got you here won't get you there. I've been lucky to work for Human Synergistics for 20 years. I did my first LSI 20 years ago. And so I've used them in multiple organisations. I worked in consulting or used them in a consulting practice as well as in the businesses that I've worked for. And the reason that I do so is because I believe the instruments are globally relevant. I think they cross cultural divides, and I think that they get to the heart of what we're trying to achieve from a leadership perspective. I think working with Human Synergistics, firstly from a consulting business perspective, it's a very easy organisation to work with, and an organisation that helps or dives in to understand your business. So I don't find Human Synergistics ever pushing their wares or selling their wares. I think it's more around understanding where the business is at and then matching interventions and solutions to that. I did my first LSI 20 years ago, and I've completed the LSI multiple times in that 20-year journey. For me, the LSI has been the single biggest influencer on my personal development. I love the LSI because you can track over time and it's coachable. And so it's been a portal for me to be able to access real development opportunities. I think when you're trying to do culture change work particularly, getting traction and building movement is really critical, and so look for advocates and look for supporters of that work, the people that will help you move the work forward. I've had the privilege of using the LSI, Leadership Impact, and also OCI and OEI. And so what I love about the Human Synergistics instruments is the consistency of the Circumplex, because of course you can then look at it from an individual perspective, and then for leaders to be able to understand the impact they're having on others and how their behaviour is causing other people to behave. And then of course from a culture perspective, leaders then can understand their fingerprints on the culture, and I really love that. I think that's quite special about the instruments.